Yeah. Continuing my campaign to prevent this wicked witch from the West, Kamala Harris, from attaining the presidency. I heard this wicked witch appeared in the West Coast of California by way of a pregnancy. Her mother was an East Indian from Jamaica. Her father was an East Indian from Jamaica. And when they was pregnant, they did a birth tourism to have this baby, so this baby can get United States citizenship. She's an anchor baby. But I know the truth about East Indians from Jamaica. By way of the U.S. Code, the coolie trades are abolished in the U.S. Code. The coolie trades were an agreement between Great Britain under Queen Victoria in the late 1800s, the Qing dynasty of China, and India, in which Queen Victoria was the Empress of India. They agreed to ship millions of Chinese and East Indians to the Americas. This was during the Opium Wars. The United States and Western powers, European powers, used opium to subdue the Qing dynasty in Siam, modern day Thailand, and other nations, ancient nations. They used drugs, the first and second Opium Wars, and they shipped millions of East Indians and Chinese to the Western Hemisphere. But the United States abolished the coolie trade, so they couldn't send them to the United States. They went to Canada, Mexico, the islands, Caribbean islands, South America, Chinese and East Indians, to repopulate the Americas, or to compete with the American Negroes and the Native Americans. The real Americans are the Negroes. All these other races came by way of the coolie trades. But I'm talking about this to say that I know where you come from, Jezebel. Jim Crow Joe and Kamala Harris represent biblical figures, prophecies. Jim Crow Joe, how he lost his mind right before they kicked him out of office, is akin to when Nebuchadnezzar lost his mind after he built a 40-foot statue and told everybody who didn't bow to the statue was going to be burnt in an oven. Meshach, Abednego, and the other guy was thrown in the oven, and an angel protected them from the fire. Nebuchadnezzar was cursed with a dream, and then he had to go to Daniel in the book of Daniel to interpret his dream. The same people he tried to burn in the fire in the oven. Daniel told Nebuchadnezzar, "Thou art the tree. You are the tree." And when he told him, "You are the tree," he lost his mind and became an animal, a beast, was fed grass. He woke up out of his stupor. Persia, the Medes and the Persians, and conquered Babylon. King Cyrus declared that the God of Israel is the God, the real God. Jim Crow Joe was Nebuchadnezzar. Jim Crow Joe was also King Saul before his demise. He saw that King David was going to be the next king of Israel. King Saul tried to kill David, throwing spears at him, but God knocked those spears out the air to protect King David. Kamala Harris, the wicked witch from the West, is Jezebel, the queen of Israel, who was really a foreigner. She was a Phoenician, a Canaanite. She was a Carthaginian. She was the queen of Israel, and she killed all the prophets. And she created her own god, the god of the Phoenicians, the Canaanites, Baal. She had false prophets of Baal. She tried to kill Elijah. She kept throwing Elijah in prison. She kept persecuting Elijah. And Elijah had a showdown with Jezebel, false prophets of Baal, and the real God of Israel. And when they saw that the false god Baal had no power, all the false prophets of Baal was put to death. And I'm not going to mention what happened to Jezebel because they might come and lock me up. But Kamala Harris, where is Ahab? Where is that white man you married? Where is your Ahab at? Ahab was the king of Israel. Kamala Harris right now is trying to become the king of America. She's trying to become the personification of Jezebel. When she was the persecutor in California, the West Coast, the Wicked Witch of the West, she was doing exactly what Jezebel did, oppressing and imprisoning the people of God, the Wicked Witch of the West. Hold on, gotta find this street. But yeah, we gotta prevent this devil from becoming president because she has not made any promises that she's gonna do to help the black community. No Democrat president has ever promised to help the black community, has ever made a pledge, an oath that they're going to do something to improve the conditions of the blacks. Not one. So why do they deserve your vote? Every time you vote for them, your communities get destroyed. You get more impoverished. Even with the Lyndon Johnson, when he signed the Civil Rights Act, that disempowered black people. We lost all of our economic sovereignty due to integration. And then they created a caste system, minority, majority. Before that, we were separately equal. We're no longer equal. We're just another minority subjected to white men because of the Democrat Lyndon Johnson. And you say that was a good thing. That was not a good thing. When you lose power, when your families are destroyed, when your communities are destroyed, that is not a good thing. Jim Crow Joe never condemned the Ku Klux Klan. Never condemned the Ku Klux Klan. Yet they made Obama condemn Farrakhan. Even though Farrakhan is just another sellout Negro, he was forced to condemn Farrakhan, but Jim Crow Joe was never forced to condemn the Ku Klux Klan. But yeah, do not vote for this Wicked Witch of the West. It's good that Nebuchadnezzar lost his mind. It will always be a Nebuchadnezzar that loses his mind. We're doomed to keep fulfilling these prophecies until all the prophecies are fulfilled. You're always going to have a Nebuchadnezzar. You're always going to have a Jezebel. You're always going to have an Exodus. Always going to have a group of sellout Negroes who want to go back to their masters in Egypt to be slaves. Roland Martins, Jesse Jacksons, Farrakhans, Al Sharptons. It is inevitable. It's going to continue until all prophecies are fulfilled. And that's about it.